Good evening, everybody, from Harlandale Memorial Stadium. We're back for another exciting night of Friday Night Lights where the McCollum Cowboys are going to be hosting the Lanier Vokes. Going to be an exciting one. We got two teams, both 1-1 in district, so this is a pivotal game for both clubs as they're hoping to advance in the conference standings. I'm Haley Wilson here alongside Coach Robert Villafranca. We have Bella doing our technical directing tonight. We have Bobby Mendez down on the field who's doing camera, a little bit of play-by-play, and we have the legendary Isaiah Castro on camera. We're going to take a quick break before we come back with our Martinez and Associates pregame show, but you're watching high school football presented by RC Audio Sports.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez and Associates today at 210-337-1111.
Hey everyone, this is Haley with the Texas Youth Revolution Football and Cheer pregame show. I'm here with Coach Tellez of the Lanier Vokes. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Coach, tough loss last week. Really close game. I guess, despite the loss, what did you kind of learn about the team, or kind of what lessons did you take away from the game last week?
Like we talked before, right? We're a really young team, and every game, every practice is a learning experience for our guys. So, tough loss, right? We were up and down. I think it was 5-6 game lead changes that they said in the paper. But I mean, our kids keep on learning, and that grit's there. We're there to make plays, and I mean, our kids just keep on trying to do the right thing, and they're in the right position all the time, and just learning how to make that right play all the time. So that's pretty tough right now, but they're learning.
Absolutely. And halfway through district play here, we have a bye week coming up. I guess, where do you feel, I know your team is young, but how do you feel about how they've progressed so far being midway through the district play?
Again, we're every week, right? Every week's it's a learning experience for us. We're not where we want to be, obviously. I mean, we let last week get away from us when we played Harlandale earlier on. I mean, I think we spotted them, those 14 points earlier on. I mean, kicking a short kickoff at that time. But, I mean, where we're at right now, we're not where we want to be. But, again, our kids are learning every week.
Absolutely. And then matchup tonight here at Harlandale Memorial Stadium, playing McCollum. We're even matched, 1-2, I guess. How are you feeling? What is the team focused on headed into the night, and how are you focused on getting the win?
Yeah, huge game for us, huge for both of us, right, on both sides. We're both 1-2, like you said. It could be a turnaround game today. So we preached that this week. We were on our kids. I mean, stopping their run game is important for us. They got a big back that pounds the ball, so we got to make sure we wrap up on him. And then we got the number one. He's a quicker back, so we got to make sure we stay and make sure we stay parallel to him. So keep him inside lateral, you know what I mean, west to east instead of north to south. So, I mean, we focus that on the defensive side, on the offensive side, using all our weapons. You know what I mean, we have a lot of young weapons, Marquise Dixon, our running backs. So, you know what I mean, making sure that we're utilizing our weapons wisely.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Coach, for joining us for the pregame show. Stay tuned. We'll be kicking off shortly.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
This is Robert Villafranca at Memorial Stadium, where the Lanier Vokes have come to play the McCollum Cowboys in Week 5 of the 2022 football season. You are watching the Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer pregame show, and I'm visiting with Coach Klon of the McCollum Cowboys. Coach, we're heading into this game and then a bye, so you've got a couple of weeks to ponder the things that we learned tonight. What's on your checklist of things that you want to accomplish before the bye week coming up?
Well, I mean, of course, tonight and during the bye week, we just have to get more consistent, and we have to eliminate mistakes, assignment mistakes, technique mistakes. We just have to get consistency in everything we do, and that's where we're lacking right now.
Coach, you speak of consistency, and I think the narrative for this group of Cowboys is you brought a bunch of kids that really did not have a whole lot of varsity experience coming in, and so you're bringing them along. Week 5, any happy surprises? Anybody developing maybe ahead of schedule? What you thought? Tell us about where your team is heading into Week 5.
Well, they definitely have been improving. I've seen that. But we're still a ways to where we need to go. I mean, even last week, and it wasn't very good for it. But for the most part, it was stuff we did to ourselves. Even Edison, when we did things right, we move the ball pretty well. When we make those mistakes and we have inconsistencies, we stop ourselves. And same thing against Highlands. And you can't do that. If you're going to beat teams, you got to be consistent. You got to do it right, and you got to do it at a consistent level. We have to be high B, A students. You know that to be a good team. Otherwise, somebody's screwing every play up. And we just got to keep moving towards that goal and that objective.
Among the inexperienced players on the squad, sophomore quarterback. It's always a challenge to bring a sophomore quarterback into a varsity season. Tell us about young Justin Rodriguez. How is he coming along?
Well, he's doing some really good things on the field, and obviously he's running and the option he's doing real well at. There's some times he presses. Instead of being willing to just take an incompletion, throw the ball out of bounds. He wants to press it and put it in there. He wants to stay on receivers a little bit too long and still moving off, which isn't unusual. I'm actually putting a lot more on him than probably any other sophomore quarterback I've had. But I feel like we need that right now. We need to have some balance. We have some receivers. I want to use those guys and utilize them. And frankly, our running game hasn't been consistent enough to live off that, so we've had to rely on him, and he's one of the stronger parts of our running game with that option, which I hadn't intended to do that, but we've been forced into it, and he's done a good job on that. And just some of the things he does that you don't see as far as running the huddle, getting guys straightened out, he's done a really good job on that. So he's done some really good things, and hopefully just keeps improving, and we just start shooting ourselves.
Well, that's great to hear it, Coach. We wish you luck tonight in Week 5 of this season. Can we get a Go Cowboys?
I go Cowboys.
There we go. Go Cowboys indeed. This is Robert Villafranca. We were visiting with the head coach of the McCollum Cowboys, Coach Klon. We'll be right back.
And we're back here at Harlandale Memorial Stadium. We're gonna keep it here for the national anthem, and then we'll get into the kickoff. And that was the national anthem presented by McCollum, as we are just a few moments away from kickoff here tonight. Again, Haley Wilson, I have the entire RC Audio Sports team with me here tonight, but I'm up here in the booth tonight with Coach Robert Villafranca. But going to be an exciting one. Again, both teams here tonight. Lanier sits at 1-2. McCollum sits at 1-2, and so Coach, this is going to be a pretty big game when it comes to moving up the conference standings for one of these teams tonight.
It absolutely is, Haley. A lot of times you hear me talk about bubble games, and this is certainly one of those bubble games. And what I mean by that is there probably is not enough room for both these squads in the top 4 of 14-5A D2. They are mired in a 1-2 logjam in the district, and it's very important for both of these teams to come out of that logjam and even their records at 2-2 before we head into the bye week next week. Alamo Heights is playing very, very well. You would expect them to take one of the top 4 spots. Highlands and Burbank also playing very well. We've seen Harlandale hasn't lost a game yet, so it's crowded up there.
Yeah.
And if McCollum and Burbank want to sneak into one of those 4 spots, this game is, again, we say it's too early for a must. That mathematically not a must game, but it's hard to imagine one of these teams getting in with a loss here tonight.
Absolutely. And so we're about a few seconds away from kickoff here. Just to keep you guys posted, Lanier won the toss. They elected to receive. So we're going to see number 12, David Garza, kick it over here for the Vokes to get their first opportunity on offense for the night. Marquise Dixon set back to receive for the Vokes. And Vincent Chacon ended up with the football there, but tackled immediately as the McCollum defense putting up a good start. We're going to give you the starting the Lanier Vokes starting offense. Coach, who's starting for the Vokes here on offense?
At quarterback, Santiago Gallegos. Running back, Jeremiah Huizar. The tight end is Damian Graciano. Marquise Dixon, you'll hear us call his name a bunch tonight at wide receiver. Vincent Chacon, David Rodriguez at the offensive line, Robert Hernandez, Eduardo Martinez, Xavier Ortega, Jacob Cruz, and finally Javier Rodriguez.
And we'll bring you the McCollum defense here in a moment after this play, as Santiago Gallegos here, a senior quarterback for the Vokes, set back the handoff. Couple of tackles broken there. Good run by Jeremiah Huizar, another senior here for the Vokes.
At the starting lineup, Haley, Seth Hernandez, a junior, Jaden Orozco, a senior, John Salais, a junior, Jared Roth, another junior. Lots of juniors on this team. John Lagoria, one of the few seniors, Ayan Escobedo, Raymond Villanueva, Matt Hernandez, Luke Landa, Gabriel Escobar, and Jason Morea rounds it up.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 for the Vokes. So good run there by Huizar. The pitch. And a couple of yards picked up there by number 7, Marquise Dixon. As Coach said, definitely a name you're going to hear multiple times tonight. When we had the chance to speak with Coach Tejas before the game, he highlighted Marquise as one of his leaders, someone who's been really explosive on offense this year. And we actually had the chance to watch him when the Vokes played Harlandale earlier this season, and he had a really solid game then.
Move the chains on that play, Haley. We've got a 1st and 10.
Snap the handoff to Huizar. Good run there behind his offense. And he's going to pick up about 6 yards there.
A guard tackle pull on the edge of the offensive line. The Lanier Vokes still not challenging between tackles here. The McCollum Cowboys defense hitting the edge on their plays and quite successful at it. I'd expect them to continue that until the Cowboys can stop it.
Yep. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 right on the 50-yard line. So still a ways to go for the Vokes. And the keep there by Gallegos, looks like there might have been a little confusion there. He went and turned to pitch it or hand it off to a teammate that wasn't quite there. So this is going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Vokes.
Yeah, it looks like the Vokes were expecting somewhat of a dive left, and Huizar went to the right. Quarterback had to adapt there, and Santiago Gallegos had to adapt and make something. He got some positive yards out of it.
The handoff, but stuffed. I'm not sure if Huizar is going to get the first down here. It's going to be close. No.
about a yard short.
Yeah, about a
Haley,
yard short.
So we'll get a glimpse at just how aggressive Coach Theus will be tonight. We're just on the McCollum side of the 50-yard line, 4th and 1, and he sends a play in. So
yeah, I'm not seeing any special teams come out, so they're going for it. This Vokes team is hungry to get a big win tonight. The pitch, the handoff, and it looks like it's going to move the chains.
Big Mario Torres at fullback there in a short yardage situation, and it was mano a mano at the line of scrimmage, and the Vokes will win this battle.
So fresh set of down here for the Vokes. As we see a couple of substitutions, Vincent Chacon checks in the game here. Vokes line up here. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Okay, he goes, drops back, and it's going to be a quarterback keep. He's going to pick up some good yards to the 30. Still breaking some tackles before he's finally pushed out of bounds by number 32 for the Cowboys. That's going to be Jason Morea. And that's going to be a big first down for Lanier. It's going to give him some good field position. Definitely going to move the chains, Coach.
Lanier has had some trouble in the early going this season. Lanier has had some trouble in the early going this season, passing the ball. And you can see it looked like a pass play was called, and Gallegos tuck and run, and a good decision there. A penalty at the end of the play is going to move the Vokes a little bit closer to the goal line. It looks like the ball is being spotted at the 17-yard line. So a first down plus some penalty yardage for the Vokes, and here we go.
Good field position here for the Vokes early on in this first quarter. High snap, but a quarterback keep there. Or excuse me, not a quarterback keep. The handoff was to Vincent Chacon. He broke a couple of tackles, is going to pick up some good yardage.
Again, the Vokes liking the edge here on the McCollum Cowboys defense. They've gotten some good yardage out of that. They've attacked the right side a couple of times, and the left side, I think that was the 3rd time that they've gone to the offensive left, the McCollum Cowboys defensive right side. 2nd and about for the Vokes at the Cowboy 10-yard line.
Handoff to Dixon, but no good. McCollum defense with the big stop there, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 3. No gain there by the Vokes.
Marquise Dixon taking a direct snap on the play, and a little bit of a wildcat formation, so Coach Theus kind of mixing things up a little bit for the McCollum defense, and the Cowboy defense up to the task. A tackle for a loss on the play. Looks like about 3rd and 6 from here.
Yeah, 3rd and 5, I think, is where the ball was spotted. Big 3rd down here for both squads. We'll see if the McCollum defense able to put up a stop here. And a high snap. Dixon, though, is going to try to juke out a couple of Cowboys before he's brought down by pretty much every single Cowboy on the field just now.
I think it'd be easier to name the Cowboys that were not in on that tackle. So Dixon gets the ball, and he's going to draw a lot of Cowboys' attention here tonight. And the high snap, unfortunate for the Vokes, is going to put him back outside of the red zone. So it's going to be 4th and very long, probably outside of field goal range. We'll see. I don't see a T coming into the onto the field, so the Vokes looking for a 4th down play. They can get a first down without making a touchdown here. They have to get to the Cowboy 8-yard line to do that.
Yeah, 4th and 16 here for the Vokes. Again, no special teams coming out, no kicking squad coming out. So Coach Theus wants his boys to go for it. The pass caught, I believe, by Dixon, and I think that's going to move the chains. Yep, that's going to move the chains.
Haley, when you said caught. I was about to correct you. I don't know how Dixon came up with the ball. I think that was, Marquise Dixon, number 7, on a little post route there.
Oh, my goodness.
He just got inside of the defender, and I just can't see how he held on to that ball.
And what a throw by Gallegos into traffic there. But the snag by Dixon is going to bring up a huge first down for the Vokes. Snap. The handoff, but brought down by McCollum. So this defense is not giving up. And it's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
They're not giving up, Haley, but really squandered an opportunity with 4th and long there and gave the Vokes a fresh set of downs inside the 10-yard line. As I said earlier, the Vokes have had some trouble moving the ball in the air. They called the play and just connected. It was through a dime, Gallegos did, right to Marquise Dixon. 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, the snap, the handoff, the quarterback keep again as Gallegos tries to shake off some Cowboys, but no good. I can't tell, Coach, if they're intentionally trying. It looks like they might be trying to fake the. I don't think the play. Everyone's on the same page about what play is being run there.
Having a little trouble keeping the lefts and rights here together on this drive. A couple of miscommunications in the huddle for the Vokes and a couple of squandered plays. Now we're back to 3rd down once again at the 8-yard line. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal here for Lanier. This is their 2nd, 3rd chance to strike tonight. As Gallegos drops back to pass. The pass is caught, but the good tackle. Pass caught there by Vincent Chacon, but wrapped up there by the Cowboys. I believe that was number 3, Luke Landa, with the tackle, the solo tackle there. And I do believe now we have the field goal team coming out here. I see number 44 lining up for Lanier for the kick. That's going to be number 44, Emiliano Zuniga. Going to look to get the Vokes here on the board early. Snap, the kick, almost blocked, but that's going to be right through the uprights. So that's going to be good. So that's going to give Lanier the early lead, 3-0, 3:39 here left in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break with them. You're watching high school football on RC Audio Sports, presented by Martinez and Associates.
Doing hair is an art, and I take great pride in it. I love my job. I opened my original hair salon on this side of town 26 years ago, and I still have some of the same clients. My location at Brooks is a dream come true. This is the right time and the right place to start a business at Brooks. The South Side is growing so much.
What makes Brooks so attractive to business owners is the environment. Employees can live, work, learn, and play all in one area. The South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce is a cheerleader for businesses in and around Brooks, and we have a lot to be excited about. We're beginning to erase the economic gap between North and South San Antonio while still retaining our unique culture. Brooks is bringing economic prosperity to our side of town, and it's happening so quickly that the data is still catching up. Entrepreneurship is booming on the South Side. There's no limit to what can happen here.
And we're back live at Memorial Stadium. The Lanier Vokes have just driven down the field and scored a field goal to start the game. On their first possession, they had 1st and goal at the McCollum Cowboy 8-yard line, and the Cowboy defense stiffened up and denied them a touchdown. The Vokes getting the field goal right through the uprights. It's 3-0. The visitors have taken the lead, and they will kick off to McCollum for the first time tonight.
And what, just a lot of time off the clock there by Lanier. 3 minutes, 39 seconds left here in the first quarter, so they ate away at a good chunk of that first quarter as the kick goes out of bounds. We do see a flag, but I think that's just going to be where the ball gets spotted And it's going to bring out the Cowboys offense right at the 20-yard line.
The McCollum Cowboys offense, speaking of that, Haley, Justin Rodriguez is the quarterback, Julian Roque, the tailback, Aiden Cano, the fullback, Steven Medina, the flanker, tight end Michael Harrell, Marcus Sanchez, a split end, and the offensive line is made up of Nathaniel Garcia, Carlos Mata, Derek Ibarra, Zach Cisneros, and Gage Carter. That's your starting offensive lineup for the McCollum Cowboys.
And we'll give you the the Lanier Vokes defense right here after this first play. Give us 1 second. As we see quarterback Justin Rodriguez here set back to receive his first snap for the night. The handoff. Great little run there by McCollum, number 21, Julian Roque, as we get the Lanier Vokes defense.
And there you see him, Xavier Jackson, Jovek Menchaca, Caleb Flores, and Selmo Ramos, Andrew Reyes, Frankie Sanchez, Marquise Dixon goes both ways, Damian Juarez, Joel Delgado, Santiago Medina, and Vicente Lopez.
Rodriguez, flags on the field, but the handoff there. Or the quarterback keep there as Rodriguez takes it himself, but there's multiple flags on the field here, so I wouldn't be surprised if that gets called back, Coach.
Yeah, that's one of those flags is likely to go against McCollum. As you see, Lanier's not walking back. Usually the official will communicate to the field before he communicates up here to the bleachers. It's offsides. Oh, wait a minute, offsides against the Vokes.
Wow.
And that's going to be declined because the net gain was way more than 5 yards. Justin Rodriguez across the chains there and across the first down marker. And so the Cowboys will move the chains. Outstanding option read for Justin Rodriguez around the left side. He had the option, obviously, there to pitch or to keep, and he kept just like he should.
Yeah, good little keep there by Rodriguez. So this is going to bring up a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line for the Cowboys. And I think there is more movement. More movement. That's going to be a false start by the Cowboys. So we're going to be moving back. So 1st and 15, little ways to go for the Cowboys.
Oh.
And then they
out there on the edge, the wide receiver on the far numbers jumped a little bit. Boy, that's going to drive a wide receiver coach nuts.
Yeah, not too happy up here, the coaches, but
McCollum benefits from a 5-yard offsides penalty by the Vokes, but then they give back 10 of those yards on two consecutive false starts. So it's 1st down and 20 for McCollum. They're at their own 33-yard line.
So quite a way to go, but a fresh set of downs here for McCollum. The bad snap, it was low. Rodriguez rolls out, great pass. And the Cowboys are still moving. He's going to hit number 11, Steven Medina, for a great gainage there for the Cowboys.
Believe it or not, Haley, there's another flag on the play.
I didn't see that.
Back on, let's watch that white hat and see what he tells us. Looks like the Cowboys are going backwards.
Uh-oh.
Ineligible receiver downfield is the call. But let's disregard the flag for just a second there, Haley. Love to see Justin Rodriguez. He's a left-hander. He rolled to his right, so that's tough for left-handers to do. And what a hit his target right bullseye.
Yeah,
so,
it just a really good read there by Rodriguez and an excellent pass. It's going to bring up 1st and 25 for McCollum, and this is something we've talked about a little bit on our vodcast. Just You know, the spurts of greatness from this team sometimes have come with some of these different penalties, but as soon as this McCollum Cowboys team can get things clicking and hold the penalties just like that, as we see a good run there from Julian Roque, as he's going to pick up a good chunk of yards there for the Cowboys.
About a 17-yard gain for
fantastic run there from Roque.
Outstanding, right up the middle, so he negates those 15 yards of
penalties.
And I believe it was 20 yards of penalties, and he gets it back. He gets it back on schedule. 2nd down and 7 here. The Cowboys facing from their own 46. That's a whole lot better than 1st and 25.
Very manageable 2nd down here for the Cowboys. See the snap to Rodriguez, the keep. He's going to pinch around, going to get some gainage out on the middle here. Great run by Rodriguez. He's just so quick. He's going to pick up the 1st down. And here we start to see some momentum for this Cowboys defense that was set back. 1st and 20, or excuse me, this Cowboys offense, they were set back 1st and 25, have now picked up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, 1st and 25 and 2 plays. They make it all up. They're in Lanier Vogue territory now at the Lanier 43-yard line. Fresh set of downs, and Lanier having a hard time finding the line of scrimmage.
McCollum trying to move quickly here. The handoff to Roque. He's brought down, probably picks up about 2 yards or so. 2, 3, 4 yards. I believe they spot the ball right here at the 41.
About 30 yards on the last 3 plays, or 35 yards on the last 3 plays on the ground for McCollum.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to the air here at in Vogue's territory, 2nd and 8.
2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the left. As Rodriguez drops back. Oh, good pass there. Was looking for number 87.
Preston McAlexander, the receiver, tight end for the McCollum Cowboys, and a nice pass again. Justin has thrown the ball a couple of times and not anything to show for it, but boy, he's right on target, isn't he?
Yeah, right on target. Good pass there. Just in a little bit of traffic, so I think Preston is feeling the pressure a little bit there, but we have 3rd and 7 here for the Cowboys, so big 3rd down as I hear some whistles. Not sure what's going on here. So it looks like
I'm going to guess it's an equipment or maybe a bleeding.
It looked like someone just ran out for the Vokes, was holding his helmet, so maybe an equipment check needed. But 3rd and 7 here for the Cowboys. Low snap. Rodriguez pump fakes. He throws on the run, intended for 11. Steven Medina, but just through his hands, and that's going to bring out the special teams unit here for the Cowboys as they're unable to convert on the 3rd down.
Love to see his composure as the pocket was collapsing around him. You know, a lot of young quarterbacks are going to try to escape horizontally, and he stepped up into the pocket and found some spot there. Got a flag here again for the Vokes. They got 12 men in the huddle, and can't do that anymore, so they don't even let the Cowboys break the huddle. A 5-yard penalty, and that'll back them up on 4th down. 4th and 12 now, back from the Vokes 46.
This is going to bring out, let's see who's kicking. I believe it is still David Garza for the Cowboys, and Marquise Dixon set back to receive. Snap, the kick. Nice, great high punt. And the ball's gonna roll, take a favorable McCollum bounce as it's gonna be spotted at the 5. So great, punt there by Garza. We're gonna take a quick break with them. You're watching high school football presented by Rufio.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
And we're back here as Lanier takes over at their own 5-yard line. We're going to see the run by Huizar, but the great tackle there by McCollum gives the Vokes nowhere to go.
You know, Haley, a lot of times you hear coaches talking about special teams and field position as we end the quarter. I'm going to hold my thought here. We're going to take a quick break as the quarter comes to an end, and we'll come back on that thought. Bookmark it.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start with your local independent mortgage broker. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's cheaper, faster, and easier is to talk to us first. Find your perfect mortgage match. Call us today.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be a billion-dollar insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the billion-dollar auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
And we're back here as the second quarter gets off to a start as Lanier faces a 2nd and 12 on their own 4-yard line. So not so good field position for the Vokes, but great for the Cowboys as the snap. We see the run there for the Vokes. I believe that was number 11 for the Vokes, Vincent Chacon.
Haley, the point I was going to make before the break is a lot of times you hear coaches talking about special teams and how important they are. On the McCollum's first possession, they don't get a score, but with special teams, they pin the Vokes deep in their own territory. So didn't score yet, but the field position really, they flipped the field on the Vokes, and if the Cowboys can hold them here, they're going to have real good field position to start their second possession of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6, so a must-needed 3rd down here for the Vokes. As you see the snap, the quarterback, or excuse me, the keep by Chacon, but he's brought down. There is a flag on the field.
Several Cowboy defenders
So a face mask on Lanier, I believe that was.
Well, that's an unusual call, a face mask penalty against the offense. Yeah, the referee clarifying that with one of his team members there, and indeed it was. So a face mask, maybe the hands, the blocking, personal foul, face mask, the hands got up into the face and held onto it, and it's a penalty either side of the ball, offense or defense. So 4th down, I didn't see them mark the penalty off, though.
No, so I think they're just,
wait a minute.
Lanier's just bringing out their special teams unit as Jonathan Longoria is set back to receive the punt here.
The penalties declined, so they get it to 4th down.
Gotcha, okay.
There you go. So McCollum not wanting that penalty, instead they want the ball.
Yep. High snap, but the kick off. Nice high punt to Longoria. He's going to pick it up, and he's gone. Down to the 30, the 20, before the 15 before he's brought out of bounds, but a fantastic return there by Longoria. And of course, there are some flags on the field.
I think a McCollum Cowboy is going to be called for a very unnecessary block away from the ball. And again, that's you can't do that anymore, and that's going to cost the McCollum Cowboys 15 yards. So instead of getting the ball near the red zone, they're going to back up to around the 40-yard line. And again, that's just what Coach Klon was talking about before the game about cleaning up, and already 5-6 penalties, and this is a big one where the Cowboys could have started at the Vokes 25-yard line. Instead, they're going to start at the 40.
Yeah, tough penalty there for the Cowboys.
Very unnecessary block, a long ways away from the ball. Didn't have to happen. And, of course, there's always an official on top of it.
That will bring up 1st and 10 for the Cowboys on their 40. 10 minutes, 48 seconds left here before halftime, so plenty of time for the Cowboys to strike. The quarterback keep by Rodriguez, the option to Longoria as he's brought down by a whole slew of Vokes.
And again, to Coach Klon's point in the pregame interview, he said that he really likes the way Justin Rodriguez is running the option. He said it was not something that he intended, but he just has quite a knack for it. So he's kind of moved to that read option and speed option offense. And again, I've seen Justin run that play 2 or 3 times tonight, and just to perfection.
Yeah, great little run there by Rodriguez with the pitch over to Longoria. 2nd and 4. Snap, handoff to Longoria. He's going to run it up the middle. It might pick up a yard or 2.
Haley, we've got Bobby Mendez on the sideline. He had a real nice view of that last play. Bobby, tell us about it.
Yeah, real good pitch there by Justin Rodriguez. He pitched it at the very last second. In fact, the running back did not have complete possession of it. It was still kind of bobbling. He came down, but fortunately for the Cowboys, the officials had called the ball down already at the time. But what a good look it is, and what a good point of view it is here from the sidelines, guys.
That's Bobby Mendez on the sideline for us tonight with the camera and with a great perspective. We've got a timeout on the field. The Cowboys have called it. We're going to take it with them. You're watching high school football on RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
Solar is the fastest growing energy sector in the world. At Rufio, we believe in sustainability and renewable energy. If you're looking to reduce or eliminate your electric bills, increase your property's value, and reduce your carbon emissions, we've got you covered. Call us at 833-674-7663 or visit us at rufio.com.
And we're back here coming out of a timeout taken by the Cowboys. They wanted to chat it over. It's 3rd and 2. I think Rodriguez quarterback keep there. Should move the chains for the Cowboys.
Julian Roque, what a bull he is for the McCollum Cowboys on a couple of short yardage situations. The McCollum Cowboy coaching staff has called his number and he's come through. He's hard to stop once he has his momentum going forward. First down for the Cowboys. They're inside the 30-yard line.
This is going to bring up 1st and 10. Cowboys getting a little bit closer to where they were moments ago. Got 3 receivers to the left. And that was definitely movement, I believe, by the Vokes. So that should bring up a couple of free yards here for the Cowboys.
All right, looked like it was number 40 for the Vokes that jumped off sides, and that ball was whistled dead because the defense made contact. A lot of times you'll see that play continue and call it a free play for the offense, but in this case there was contact, and that will draw whistles. So a 5-yard penalty moves the ball up 5 yards. We'll replay first down, and it is first down in half of 10 yards, which is 5.
And Coach, with the with the false starts, I mean, again, I analyze football, all that, but I've never put on the pads. How do you prevent that from happening? Is it just a communication thing?
Well, it's on the defensive side of the ball. You really try. You're keen on the ball. You're really you're not trying. You try not to listen. It's easier said than done.
So the handoff, the spin by Longoria. He breaks the tackle, but is brought down there by Lanier. I'm trying to get a number on who that was, but a pretty solid solo tackle for
to
Lanier.
your point, Haley, defensive coordinators try to teach their side of the ball to not watch the ball. And, of course, the offense is doing everything they can to make them
bite them. Bait them.
and have them bite on a hard count.
So 2nd and 8 here for the Cowboys. Rodriguez with the quick pass to Longoria, but he's really not going to get anywhere. He might have actually lost a yard there.
It's an RPO, as they call them these days. It's a very much a trend among offenses these days. Justin Rodriguez has the option to run or pass, and he thought that the pass was the better of the two options, but the Lanier defense really converging, and Rodriguez threw a dart, but the Vokes were there in a hurry.
So loss of 3 on that. That's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 for the Cowboys. As Rodriguez back, rolls out of his pocket, but the pass dropped there by Roque.
Roque had a defensive man gaining ground on him in a hurry, and it's hard to concentrate on that pass when you hear those footsteps like that. It's 4th and 11, an interesting call here again, probably out of field goal range, but too close to punt.
I was going to say, I don't see any special teams units coming out right now, so Cowboys going to go for it here. Try to get on the board. 4th and 11. Snap. Rodriguez, patient. He's going to run it. Long pass and tipped away there. Great defense for the Vokes. Good tip there. I think that was, I'm trying to get a read. I think it was number 3 for the Vokes, Santiago Medina.
Once again, he closed space in a hurry too. It looked like Justin Rodriguez had a receiver open in the end zone, and another nice pass. I mean, Rodriguez has been on target. His receivers have been unable to bring the passes in, or in that case, the Vokes defense was able to tip it away. But Justin Rodriguez, still a sophomore in his high school quarterbacking career. Boy, he's showing that he's got some range.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen some great passes tonight from Rodriguez. As Lanier looks to get back. And a big first down there for number 11, Vincent Chacon. But again, we got a little bit of flags on the field.
Penalty flag on the play.
So that might be coming back. Just look based on where the flag was thrown.
Still waiting on the signal here. The official's going to give it. It's holding against the Vokes, a 10-yard penalty. And we'll replay first down, so it'll be something like 1st and 20.
So 1st and 20 here for the Vokes. The handoff, but stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure who actually received the handoff because so many Cowboys and Vokes were all kind of scrambled together.
Javier Rodriguez and Jacob Cruz, offensive lineman for the Vokes, leading the play and had a nice block out here on the edge. But McCollum's interior defense did not let that play develop, and tackle for a loss there. They were in the backfield about the time that the running back got the ball. So second and longer, second and 22 now.
Drops back, the pass here to Marquise Dixon. He's gonna catch it down to the 50, the 40, the 30, and he's brought down just around the 25-yard line. But what a pass from Gallegos to Dixon, who we knew was gonna be a major player in tonight's game.
Haley, we've got another flag on the play, and it looks like that play is gonna come back because that White Hat's not in a big hurry to get down here and catch up to the play. He's hanging back, so I'm thinking the play is coming back as well.
And penalties tonight plaguing both teams. You see a nice sideline view of what's happening. Bobby Mendez down on the field here. So you can probably see both teams heading back. So big takeaway there for the Vokes. We are gonna keep it here with the sideline view for right now. We lost one of our cameras, but are working to get it back, so stay patient with us. Clock running. Lanier, 2nd and 32, so massive and brought down. Big tackle there for the Cowboys. Brought down by number 32, Jason Moreira. Fantastic tackle. So check that. This is going to bring up another 3rd down, I believe, on that last play. I don't think we were at 3rd down. The board might have been wrong on our end. So 3rd and 29, still a really big 3rd down for the Vokes. As Gallegos pitches it. The run to number 37 for the Vokes. That's Mario Torres, but flags on the field. So we'll see what the penalty is here. And I'm looking down. Waiting for the call here still. And that's going to be, I think, a face mask again by Lanier, but the penalty was declined. The Cowboys want the football. Holding was the call. I couldn't see from up here. But penalty decline, going to bring up a 4th and long, so the Cowboys can get the football back. And again, Longoria set back to receive right around the 50-yard line again. He had a great return last time. The kick. And the ball takes a Lanier bounce before it's picked up by number 2, Frankie Sanchez. So the Cowboys offense is going to return to the field here. We'll keep it right here. As we work to get our camera up and running. So still 3-0 here. Low scoring game compared to the game we covered last night, where over 100 points were scored. But 3-0 as McCollum takes over on the 40-yard line The snap, the handoff, good run of a pickup about 5 yards there for Roque.
Julian Roque, ball carrier. Santiago Medina.
So he'll pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards.
Gain of 3.
Excuse me, 3 yards. Ball spotted at the 44. And we got our sky cam back on, so we are good to go. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 7 here. Rodriguez keeps it. He's gone. He's to the 40, to the 30, and he doesn't go down. And there's definitely going to be some penalty flags for unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct or something there, as one of the Vokes is just a little too amped up about that play. But what a fantastic run for Rodriguez, Coach.
And part of it was the dive fake. He drew a lot of attention on the dive fake, and you know, this running the option is, you know, it's like a magician. You've got to have sleight of hand, and that dive, and it was working. Roque was working up the middle. That helped the play also. The Vokes just converged on that A gap and the interior play, and Justin Rodriguez pulled it. And he had nobody on the edge, and he went a long way. Tack on another 15 yards, or at least half the distance to the goal, because you got to stop when he's out of bounds. And the Lanier Vokes continue.
Absolutely. So this is going to get McCollum pretty dang close to the red zone again tonight. 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Probably their best opportunity to strike so far. Got a man in motion. The handoff to Roque, and he's going to get pretty close to the goal line, but again, we have flags.
Holding against the Cowboys is what the referee tells us, so that's coming back 10 yards. You know, Haley, I'm going to start doing tick marks on how many consecutive plays we can run here without a flag. I think we're about 50-50 here. What do you think?
And it's for both sides. That's the thing, right? It doesn't necessarily one team or the other. But Coach, as we heard in the pregame interviews from both coaches, and as we've learned in our coverage of these teams all year long, these are, you know, a little bit younger of teams, right? And so, again, I know we're, you know, kind of getting through the season, but for a lot of these guys, it's their first season on varsity, right? And so I'm not surprised to see so many penalties, just because you got younger guys who haven't been here before. The keep, the option as Roque hurdles over a defender, but the late option from Rodriguez to Roque.
Once again, I can see why Coach Klon would go to that play a little bit more than he had intended. Justin Rodriguez looks like a natural option quarterback there. As he was going down, he still had the presence of mind to pitch that back to the trailing running back, and another 3 or 4 yards tacked onto that play. And those yards are going to, you know, they're going to add up. They're going to make a difference here. 2nd and 10. The Cowboys can make a first down without scoring. They are 2nd and 10 at the 8-yard line. Or does that make sense? That's not right on the. That's not right on the board.
And Roque, he's going in. He's just a yard or so short, but a fantastic run by Roque. That's definitely going to bring up
a first down.
First down, and it's going to be a first and goal.
That'll be a goal. It was 1st and 10. It was 1st and 8 from the 13-yard line, and he got inside the 5-yard line. This is the second time I believe the Cowboys are inside the Vokes 5-yard line, and a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they can close the deal on this drive.
So it's going to be the, I think, the quarterback keep, but we have a flag despite the touchdown call. I'm not sure what it is.
Referee signals back and says touchdown. Got a timeout. Let's see what the flag is.
We'll see if this is brought down or brought back, excuse me. It looks like it might be, just based on where everyone's moving.
Personal foul, blocking below the waist. A 15-yard penalty. Boy, that's going to move them way back. They'll replay first down. They still have 4 downs to get there, but that's going to be back around the 18-yard line instead of the 3. And you've got in football, you've got something that's called the box, the interior line from tackle to tackle, basically. But if you come from outside of that box into the box, you've got to stay above the waist. And somebody on that play didn't. A 15-yard penalty brings it back all the way to the 17-yard line.
It's a tough go for the Cowboys as soon as they start to gain a little momentum. Seems as if they're plagued by a penalty. But again, fresh set of downs, 1st and 17, 2 minutes, 31 seconds left here in the first quarter, and we're going to get a timeout for, I believe the Cowboys called this one. They're going to want to chat about it real quick. We'll take a break with them. You're watching high school football on RC Audio Sports. We'll be right back.
The On Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On Par Golf.
And we're back at Memorial Stadium. We're going to go down to the sideline where Bobby Mendez has a great perspective of the action. Bobby.
Coach Haley, you know, the McCollum Cowboys have just been struggling. As you said, Coach, bunch of penalties. They go about 5 yards. They do something, and they get pushed back. Let's see what they got coming up right here.
So the ball comes loose, but recovered by Roque. He hurdles a defender, and he's pushed out right around the 7-yard line. So what a recovery by Roque, as that could have got a little ugly there for the Cowboys, but what a great way to recover the ball and get some yards out of it.
We're going back to Bobby on the sideline. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, guess what? There's another flag on the play. But, yeah, you called it great because the pitch or the ball popped out of his hand. Luckily, he got back and was able to maintain possession and get some positive yardage. And this time, the penalty is going to go against Lanier, so they're going to add on to that. So it's going to be the very best field position that the McCollum Cowboys have had all night long.
So it is a face mask against the defense, and that's going to be an automatic first down inside the 5-yard line. And you know, Roque, he's likely to get a lot of calls in the A gap between the tackles. This time he fumbled and he was running out here on the edge, so it was a big guy against the little guy as the defensive back tried to square up on him. I'm sure that was not a great place to be.
And they keep, and they're spotting it short. So Longoria runs in. It looks like he's literally, I want to say, inches short from a touchdown. But the Cowboys are going to have another shot at it.
Had some technical difficulties, and we lost our clock there on your screen. It's 1 minute and 54 seconds left to play in the second quarter. The first half winding down. Lanier with the 3-point lead, but McCollum threatening. 2nd and short.
Hand off to Roque. He's in. And I don't see any flags, so that's going to be a touchdown for the Cowboys.
Touchdown Cowboys. All right, Bobby, you saw that one right up close. Tell us about it.
Oh, boy, what punch in for the Cowboys. It desperately needed that here. With 1.5 minutes left to go in this second quarter. They went right to the right tackle into the end zone. The Cowboys are on the board.
Thank you, Bobby, and the extra point is good, so that means it's McCollum 7, Lanier 3 with 1:35 seconds left to play in the second quarter. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Martinez and Associates.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
At Memorial Stadium, where the McCollum Cowboys have just taken their first lead of the night at 7-3. The Cowboys ahead of the Lanier Vokes with 1:35 seconds left to play in the second quarter. The Cowboys will kick off. The Vokes won't have a whole lot of time, but they'll have the ball.
A nice high kick. Dixon's going to let that one go in the end zone. It's going to bring... Going to be a touchback. Going to bring the Vokes out to their own 25-yard line with 1:35 seconds left to try to get something on the board, whether it's a field goal, a touchdown. But they got a little bit of time left here before we take a break at halftime.
It's homecoming for the McCollum Cowboys. So I don't think we're going to get a halftime show from them. They will generally, what you have on homecoming nights is the band comes back after the game and does that. But we will be here for the Lanier Vokes halftime show, so don't go away.
The halftime shows are very impressive.
Oh, I love them.
There's no intermission. You got no chance. There's too much to watch here on RC Audio Sports. Snap, the handoff to Dixon. He's going to find an opening, break a couple of tackles. He's still going, and he's going to pick up the first down and then a little bit more for the Vokes.
The Lanier Vokes, the clock winding down, 1:27. It stopped as the chains get moved, but the Vokes with all three of their timeouts left. So it's let's see how well they can manage their last minute and 20 seconds here, and 61 yards away from pay dirt.
Clock running again. The snap to Gallegos. He's dropped back. Tries to bust up the middle, but he is brought down by the McCollum defense.
Nowhere to go for Gallegos. He tried to step up, but the offensive line had really closed up on him, and he, as you said exactly, there was no place for him to go. The Cowboys will grab hold of the jersey and bring him back, tackle him for a loss. The clock will continue to run down, and I don't think the Vokes will be using their timeouts this half.
No, so it looks like they're going to give it one more go. And they're going to hand it off to Jeremiah Weezar, who's going to gain a good 10 yards or so, but I think that'll be the last play of the half here as the clock winds down. Just about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's going to bring up halftime for us. So halftime here, McCollum leads Lanier 7-3 at the half. So we've had a close one so far. Stay tuned right here. We're going to be bringing you, like Coach said, the Lanier Band's halftime performance. I'm sure we'll have some McCollum homecoming court, getting nominated, all that good stuff. So keep it right here for halftime, for our halftime show. We'll be right back after this commercial break. You're watching High School Football, presented by RC Audio Sports.
It started in 2019 with Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer. It was inspired by my sister, my late sister, Patricia Galaxy Mora. She had passed away. Before she had passed away, we had conversations about starting my own organization. Right now, our actual motivation is to get these kids to the next level as far as getting ready for middle school and high school football. Our plan for Texas Revolution is not only teaching them the fundamentals of football and cheer, but it's also teaching them how to be great young men and women, providing for the city south side and also raising them right. No pass, no play. Being here and being very respectful to their coaches, to their moms, their dads, their guardians. And that's what we strive for, is to raising the next generation of athletes, but also great men and women too as well. Look us up on Facebook too as well for any questions or any concerns that you may have as well.
Doing hair is an art, and I take great pride in it. I love my job. I opened my original hair salon on this side of town 26 years ago, and I still have some of the same clients. My location at Brooks is a dream come true. This is the right time and the right place to start a business at Brooks. The South Side is growing so much.
What makes Brooks so attractive to business owners is the environment. Employees can live, work, learn, and play all in one area. The South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce is a cheerleader for businesses in and around Brooks, and we have a lot to be excited about. We're beginning to erase the economic gap between North and South San Antonio while still retaining our unique culture. Brooks is bringing economic prosperity to our side of town, and it's happening so quickly that the data is still catching up. Entrepreneurship is booming on the South Side. There's no limit to what can happen here.
Life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I'm a trial attorney.
Matador, featuring trumpet soloist Jose Alvarado and Leah Stein. The second movement is Muleta y Estoque, featuring trumpet soloist Mancha Mancha. The band member of the week is Oro Padilla. The section of the week are the flutes. The band is under the field direction
Doing hair is an art, and I take great pride in it. I love my job. I opened my original hair salon on this side of town 26 years ago, and I still have some of the same clients. My location at Brooks is a dream come true. This is the right time and the right place to start a business at Brooks. The South Side is growing so much.
What makes Brooks so attractive to business owners is the environment. Employees can live, work, learn, and play all in one area. The South San Antonio Chamber of Commerce is a cheerleader for businesses in and around Brooks, and we have a lot to be excited about. We're beginning to erase the economic gap between North and South San Antonio while still retaining our unique culture. Brooks is bringing economic prosperity to our side of town, and it's happening so quickly that the data is still catching up. Entrepreneurship is booming on the South Side. There's no limit to what can happen here.
Finding the right home is hard. Now finding the right realtor, that's the easy part. Vanessa G. Medina with Proper Realty will work hard to help you find the right home for you and your family. Contact Vanessa today and let Proper Realty help you find your dream home.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
Captain is Jada Salazar. McCollum cheerleaders are under the direction of Miss Victoria Martinez. Cheerleader of the week is Absidy Segala. The cheer co-captain is Alyssa De La Cruz, and captain is Madison Giron. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening gives me great pleasure to introduce the homecoming court for the graduating class of 2023. Our senior court had to meet high standards for academic conduct and attendance in order to be nominated by their respective organizations. Allow me to introduce the nominees. Representing football and cheer, Jonathan Logoria and Alyssa De La Cruz. Representing boys and girls soccer, Eric Salazar and Miranda Garcia. Representing band, Dominic Cantu and Kayla Sotomayor. Representing HOSA, Jason Peña and Brianna Flores. Representing boys and girls basketball, Amarius Cassell and Emblyn Guerra. Representing dance, Jesus Briseño and Lauren Gonzalez. Representing NHS, Zachariah Saiz and Gabriel Hernandez. Representing Club Revolucion, Fernando Garza and Kimberlyn Salvador. Representing Student Council, Gabe Salazar and Madison Huron. My apologies. Representing Club Revolucion, Fernando Garza and Kimberlyn Salvador. Representing Theater Arts, Danielle Ramos and Savannah Rincon. Representing Choir, Michaela Crenshaw. Representing CATE, Charlize Lobo. Representing Cross Country, Ruby Moreno. Representing volleyball, Jaina Valdez. And now the rankings of the court. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Cowboy Homecoming court for this year's senior class. Serving as ladies, Gabrielle Hernandez and Jocelyn Maya. Serving as Lord, Jason Peña. Serving as Duchess, Savannah Rincon. Serving as Duke, Zachariah Seiss. Serving as Princess, Alyssa de la Cruz. Serving as Prince, Julian Rodriguez. And crowning the new king and queen, reigning king Eli Dialas and reigning queen Clarissa Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, our new homecoming queen is Ruby Moreno. And our new homecoming king is Jonathan Lanier. Congratulations to the homecoming court nominees and especially to the new king and queen. A special thank you to the McCollum High School administration and the McCollum Student Council for making the event memorable.
You've been watching the halftime festivities here at Arlington Memorial Stadium. It was homecoming for the McCollum Cowboys here tonight. We hope you enjoyed the show at halftime. The bands are leaving the field and the football teams will take it shortly. You're watching high school football and the halftime shows on RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be back after a word from one of our sponsors.
There's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the $1 billion auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
The On-Par Golf Academy at Mission Del Lago was designed and developed to offer not only the highest quality golf instruction in San Antonio, but so much more. With its experienced staff and its TrackMan indoor and outdoor training facility, On-Par Golf has the capability to meet all your golf improvement needs. From its junior golf programming to to its entertainment and hosting services, OPG has got you covered. So if you're ready to take your golf game to the next level, come see us at On Par Golf.
And we're back here after halftime. Still a pretty close ball game here. McCollum leading 7-3. And if you remember correctly, Lanier won the toss. They elected to receive the ball in the first half. So McCollum going to get the ball here. Opportunity to score. Short kick, but immediately brought down by the Vokes. But decent field position for McCollum to get the game started here, or get the half started, if you will. We have 40 right at the ball at the 43-yard line.
Brandon Barrientos on the receiving end of the kick. The Cowboys start first and 10.
So Cowboys with a fresh set of downs here, as Justin Rodriguez brings out his team, hoping to strike early here in the second half. We have two receivers here to the left. The handoff to Roque, and he's brought down just right at the yard of scrimmage, might have gained a yard or so, but brought down pretty quickly. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Cowboys. Cowboys taking their time here and no rush. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Rodriguez communicating with his team. There's going to be a timeout, I believe. Yep, we're going to take a timeout. So McCollum wants to chat about it. We're going to keep it right here, though. We have some exciting announcements about volleyball, some of the other games that are covering. What's going on tonight, Coach?
The Harlandale Indians just reported they're on their way back from Eagle Pass, where they played the Wynn Mavericks tonight, and the Harlandale Indians happily reported that they swept the Mavericks in 3 sets. So the Harlandale Indian volleyball team improves to 5-0, and Southwest has also beaten South Sound tonight in a straight set. So Southwest is 5-0. Guess who we've got for Tuesday night nets?
Let me guess. It's
Southwest in Harlandale. That's right. So we 5-0 versus 5-0 next Tuesday night. Make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, and so that you never miss any of our streams. We're really looking forward to Harlandale's first home game of the season. They've been on the road waiting for their gym to be renovated and completed. But they're set to have their home opener next Tuesday, and they're going to host the Southwest Dragons. It's a Queen of the Hill battle in 28-5A volleyball, 5-0 versus 5-0. Join us Tuesday night. Haley.
The snap there, handoff to Roque. He's going to try to go up the middle, but has nowhere to go. Good stop and tackle there. I believe that was by number 40 for the Vokes. Jovic. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7, so a little long here, Coach, for the Indians to get this second half started.
And it's 3rd and 7 for the Cowboys.
Oh, excuse me, gosh, the Cowboys.
We had the Indians last night. What a game that was.
It was 100 points, over 100 points scored. As Rodriguez, he decides to take it on his own. He's going to run out right at the 43, and he's going to pick up the first down for the Cowboys, so move the sticks.
Young sophomore quarterback there for the McCollum Cowboys, and I remain impressed. He just has great vision. He makes some great decisions out there on the field. I mean, some of it is play calling, and some of it is decision making, and you have to rely on your quarterback once the ball is snapped to make the right choices. And, man, Justin is about 100% making the right choice here tonight, a sophomore.
So fresh set of downs here for the Cowboys. The snap. Oh, the option, and the ball is dropped, and it's loose, and I believe it's recovered by the Vokes, and it is. So big defensive stop there and a forced fumble by the Vokes. They're going to take over right at the, it looks like the 46-yard line, Coach.
Back in the day of the wishbone offense, that was called pitch integrity. You try to stay 4 to 5 yards away from the pitch man. And that time, the Justin and his pitch man just stayed. They were just a little bit too close. It was a good decision to pitch it, but the pitch was too close, about 3 yards apart. I think it hit the running back, and the ball hit the running back in the face mask, and it was on the ground. The Lanier Vokes take advantage of that.
It's a tough break there for the Cowboys, but Lanier here looking to get on the board again and take the lead. The handoff, and he's on the move. Huizar with a good 15, 14-yard run. And that'll move the sticks.
A change of fortune there that we see right before our eyes. The Cowboys had momentum on their side, and they were driving, and then they turned the ball over, and a great first play from the Lanier Vokes approaching the McCollum 40-yard line, a new set of downs. We're at the 9-minute and 55-second mark in the third quarter. The McCollum Cowboys leading 7-3.
Handoff. I believe that was by 37, Mario Torres.
Mario Torres, a little bit of a spin cycle move there. The Cowboys really unable to get their arms around him. A big guy, Torres is. About a 6-yard gain on first down. It makes it second and short at about the Cowboys' 35-yard line. You know, we haven't seen a whole lot of razzle-dazzle. We haven't seen the razzle-dazzle chapter of the offensive playbook for either of these teams, but if you're going to call a play like that, this is where you do it. Maybe a pitch pass, maybe a reverse or something.
The ball is kept again there by 37.
Or maybe just hand it off. Keep the momentum.
Just hand it, keep
Torres
handing it off to Torres. He's moving the sticks. So Lanier making some progress here down the field. They also were kind of bit with the penalty plague in the first half, but have come out looking pretty clean here so far in the third quarter.
Not to jinx this, Haley, but I don't think a flag's been thrown this quarter.
Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
I'm sure that was part of the halftime speeches.
Yeah, for
for
both teams. Handoff there.
This time Mario Torres leading the play with the block, and he got a nice fit on the edge, creating some running room for his teammate.
That was Jeremiah Huizar. We've seen him a couple of times tonight with some good run.
So the Lanier Vokes staying on schedule here, moving the ball against the McCollum Cowboys, and we haven't seen a drive like this since the very first possession.
So again,
Mario Torres.
they keep going to Torres.
Yeah. This time,
didn't see him too much in the first half, I don't think.
Kind of. Let's see what the big ground attack, 3 yards in the crowd and 3 out. Beg your pardon. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Let's see what that gets us here. And it's been positive for the Lanier Vokes up until that play, and Torres tackled for a loss. So the first time in this possession that the Vokes have suffered a loss on the play. 3rd and 6 or 7. Uh-oh.
Oh, the handoff, but the ball got lost. But
the Vokes will recover it.
Yeah,
the handoff goes to Jeremiah Huizar, and maybe a little miscommunication between him and the quarterback. I'm not sure he was expecting the ball to be put in his belly like that. He had to come back and get it. So 4th and 7. Two losses, two consecutive losses on 2 consecutive plays here. the Volks will have to gain 7 yards to sustain this drive.
And we've seen them do it, I think, twice.
Gone to the air once.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So fourth and long is something they've done a couple of times tonight.
They don't throw it much. The play clock running down under 5 seconds, and Coach Deas says, whoa, we need this play.
Yeah.
Timeout is called on the field. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. Brought to you by Martinez and Associates. We'll be right back.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
When you belong to a place as much as it belongs to you, you call it home. A place to gather, entertain, and make memories near shops, restaurants, and green spaces. A place to raise a family and grow. Life is good here and getting better. And at Brooks, we are just getting started. Live Brooks.
Back here, 5 minutes, 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Lanier looking to get a touchdown on the board, 4th and 7. The snap back. Pass completed to none other than Vincent Chacon. And I think that's going to be enough to move the sticks, and it is.
It's the second time that we've seen Lanier Volks go to their passing game in the clutch situation, trying to convert a 4th down. And they don't throw it much, but they're throwing it effectively. They've done it twice on 4th down to keep the drive alive. So in the red zone now for the Lanier Volks.
And check me on that. I believe that was Marquise Dixon, not Vincent Chacon. Lanier, fresh set of downs with the opportunity to score. The handoff to Weezar, but he gets absolutely stuffed.
A couple of yards on the play for Lanier, and again, as we saw in the first half, really attacking the edges of this McCollum Cowboys defense. Big 37, Mario Torres has gotten some yards between the tackles, but for the most part, the run game has been off tackle for the Volks.
Mario tries again, but brought down by the Cowboy defense. A couple of Cowboys wrapped him up there. It looks like we might have an injury timeout, I think. Hang on one moment. Nope, we're good.
Yeah, might be a shoelace.
Might be a looked like a cramp, like we had saw a lot in our game yesterday that we had the opportunity to cover.
Yeah, he's gonna get off the field under his own power, and this is the cramp season here. You know, when the weather changes a little bit, you see that more and more. And again, as we said yesterday, we're not diagnosing things here,
no.
But by the way he's being treated, stretched, and so forth, we kind of expect that to be a cramp.
I think it's maybe a cramp. Do we want to keep it? Actually, we'll take a small, short break with them. You're watching high school football here on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. And we're back here as Lanier tries to run it up the middle, but again, stopped by these McCollum Cowboys. who have done a great job here in this, in honestly the entire game, containing Lanier. And this is going to bring up another 4th and long for Lanier. I believe, Coach, if it's anything like the rest of this game, they're going to go for it.
Oh yeah, they certainly will here. 4th in the red zone, 4th and 11. Twice before in this situation, we've seen the Vokes go to the air game, and we've got a timeout on the field. The Cowboys want to talk about this. This is a big down for both teams. You're watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be right back after a word from one of our sponsors.
When we got a look at the gorgeous historic Hangar 9, we knew it was the perfect place for our wedding. It provided the blank canvas we needed to plan our dream wedding, and it fit our 370 guests easily. We had family come to Brooks from all over the world. We booked over 60 rooms at the Embassy Suite. It meant a lot to have our wedding at such an important historic landmark.
Revitalizing former military buildings helps us preserve our history, like the Air Force Officers Club, which is becoming Southerly Coast and Comfort. People from all over San Antonio will be able to sit back and enjoy a meal in the exact place where history unfolded. Nearby, the former Air Force Chapel will be transformed into an exciting restaurant concept. Readapting historical sites takes a little longer, but Brooks is committed to preserving their past while creating opportunities for their future.
And we're back here out of the timeout. 4th and 11 for Lanier. They're going to go for it. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gallegos with the snap, receives it. He goes long, and it is caught by Lanier. That's going to be a touchdown for number 12. That's going to be Damian Graciano. Wow. What a throw there by Gallegos, and what a catch by Damian. And so that's going to put Lanier up before the extra point.
Missing a man on the edge, plenty of time to get him in. The Vokes up 9-7. This is a big extra point.
And it is no good. No good.
Not good.
So that's going to put Lanier up 9-7. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left here. We're going to take a quick break with them. You're watching high school football presented by RC Audio Sports.
The perfect match. It's what so many of us are looking for. When it comes to getting a mortgage, how can you find the one that's perfect for you? Start with your local independent mortgage broker. Because the only way to get a mortgage that's cheaper, faster, and easier is to talk to us first. Find your perfect mortgage match. Call us today.
Finding the right home is hard. Now finding the right realtor, that's the easy part. Vanessa G. Medina with Proper Realty will work hard to help you find the right home for you and your family. Contact Vanessa today and let Proper Realty help you find your dream home.
And we're back at Harlandale Memorial Stadium. The Lanier Vokes have just taken the lead with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter. It's 9-7. The Vokes leading the Cowboys, and they'll be kicking off. The Cowboys will get this kick at about the 18-yard line. We're going to go right up the middle. Luke Landa, pretty explosive return man, heads to the Lanier Vokes sideline. He's driven out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. The Cowboys will take possession, 2 points down with about 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 9-7 to score. The Cowboys started off the second half with the first possession, and they looked like they were driving, looked like they were going to be on schedule, looked like they had something going, and then they put the ball on the ground. The Vokes recovered it at about midfield, and they were able to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 2 times the Vokes went to the air, both times on 4th down. They haven't thrown the ball much, and they haven't thrown the ball much tonight. They haven't thrown the ball much all year long, but tonight when they've done it, boy, they've been very effective.
So that's going to bring up fresh downs here for the Cowboys. Good return by Luke Landa. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. 9-7, so again, a real close game. We got trips to the left. Snap to Rodriguez, the handoff. I believe that went over to John Longoria, who actually, fun fact, won Homecoming King during our halftime show. It's a big thing, and I think we have an injury on the field, so we're gonna take a quick injury timeout, make sure everyone's okay. You're watching RC Audio Sports. Here's a message from one of our sponsors.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
Life has prepared me for this. The reason I'm a trial attorney is because I truly believe that's what I was meant to do. We do what we do because we've been given the God-given ability to do it. We have the ability to stand in front of a jury and help people out. I have my reasons, upbringing, things that have happened in life, things that have either turned you into a fighter or make you hate unjust causes. Those are the reasons that I'm a trial attorney.
And we're back here, 2nd and 7 for the Cowboys. Rodriguez rolls out of the pocket. He's going to take it on his own. Missed tackle, a spin move by Rodriguez, and he's going to get right up to the 50-yard line. I believe that should be a 1st down. It might be a little short. I think we might have another injury timeout.
Let's take a break, Haley.
We'll take a quick break.
It started in 2019 with Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer. It was inspired by my late sister, Patricia Galaxy Mora. She had passed away. Before she had passed away, we had conversations about starting my own organization. Right now, our actual motivation is to get these kids to the next level as far as getting ready for middle school and high school football. Our plan for Texas Revolution is not only teaching them the fundamentals of football and cheer, but it's also teaching them how to be great young men and women, providing for the city south side, and also raising them right. No pass, no play. Being here and being very respectful to their coaches, to their moms, their dads, their guardians. And that's what we strive for, is to raising the next generation of athletes, but also great men and women too as well. Look us up on Facebook too as well for any questions or any concerns that you may have as well.
And we're back here out of the timeout. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys here. We're gonna get an explosive run from Rodriguez. He's gonna pick up the 1st down and then a few extra.
Picking up the Cowboys picking up where they left off before the fumble on the first possession. And they were looking pretty sharp, and they're looking sharp again. So again, coming back, Haley, I don't see a flag on the play, but that body language tells me that play's not going to stand.
Not sure what happened there, because again, we didn't see any flags. Maybe they picked them up before we could see.
Holding is what the referee tells us against McCollum. A 10-yard penalty will nullify that big gain by Justin Rodriguez. It'll remain 1st down, however, so pretty much a redo. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys from right on the Vogue side of the 50-yard line.
Tough break there for the Cowboys. Kind of seems like Every time they start to gain a little bit of momentum, we get a penalty, and I'm not.
Timeout. It's the play clock needs to be adjusted.
Oh yeah, okay.
Motioning to start it at 25 seconds. Here we go.
There we go. Looks like it's running. We get the handoff, or just kidding. Rodriguez with the long pass. It's good. And he just tip-taps right out of bounds. But a great throw down to number 11, Steven Medina.
Right along the right sideline, Steven Medina did an excellent job of staying in bounds for that catch, but he wasn't able to take another step without going out of bounds. And that's fortunate for the Lanier Vokes defense, because he was behind everybody.
We get an up-close view there of the Cowboys O-line getting ready to protect. And we get the handoff pushed out of bounds for Longoria. He's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards before he's pushed out of bounds. So that'll keep the clock rolling. Excuse me, I don't think he got fully out of bounds.
Cowboys back in the red zone for the 4th time tonight, and they've they've had a few drives just fall apart here in the red zone. We'll see if they can. We'll see if the red zone offense can be a little more efficient than it's been in previous trips.
Snap. The handoff. Rodriguez is going to keep it. It's going to be a quarterback keep, and he's going to get into the end zone. Waiting for it. There it is for the touchdown. So great quarterback keep there for Rodriguez to get right back on the board. McCollum right back in front shortly after the touchdown for Lanier. McCollum up 13-9 before the extra point here. So minute 25 left. Touchdown run by Rodriguez. The kick is up. It's good. McCollum in front, 14-9 here. 1 minute, 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break. This is getting exciting. You're watching high school football and RC Audio Sports here on YouTube.
Solar is the fastest growing energy sector in the world. At Rufio, we believe in sustainability and renewable energy. If you're looking to reduce or eliminate your electric bills, increase your property's value, and reduce your carbon emissions, we've got you covered. Call us at 833-674-7663 or visit us at rufio.com.
Live from the Southside Magazine is a Latina-owned online and print publication that helps residents and visitors learn more about the South Side of San Antonio and all of Texas. Magazine features and columns support the local community by telling stories that promote people and businesses. Our goal is to expand community relationships and give Southside San Antonio residents an opportunity to express themselves. Learn more at southsidesanantonio.com.
And we're back here. An exciting football game we have. The Cowboys just scored as Marquise Dixon receives the kickoff. He's running. He's gone. Jukes out a couple of Cowboys. He's still alive. Running back to the other side of the field. He breaks another tackle. He's at the 40. All the way down to the 30. 20, 10, he's in for the touchdown. There was flags on the field, so that one probably is coming back. But what a run by Dixon.
Off or not, Haley. The referee is going over to the Lanier sideline to explain the call. The flag was thrown very early in the kickoff. It was sitting there. Marquise almost came back and stepped on the flag as he came back this way, but that's going to come back. All the officials coming back. Nobody lining up for the extra point. I hate to get ahead of ourselves, but I don't think that one's going to stand.
Tough break there for Lanier. And we'll wait to see what the official call is here. But yeah, Dixon had to have seen the flags on his way. I mean, he ran from one sideline to the other sideline, and there's flags on both of them.
Long conference among the officials here. Might be multiple penalties, something maybe not as simple as a single penalty. Let's see what the referee. Personal foul, face mask. Personal foul, or not a personal foul, but an illegal block, holding against. So 2 penalties against the Lanier Vokes, a penalty against the McCollum Cowboys. All those penalties were live. I think the play gets done over.
So the officials are talking it over with Coach Tellez, trying to explain what happened. Gosh, what a run by Dixon, though. I mean, he probably ran, I don't know, 160 yards on that return just on his own. So here we go. The refs coming over to the McCollum side, explaining to Coach Klon what the call is. And it does look like we're going to redo the kick, like you had said, Coach. Just do-over for both teams.
Two live ball penalties against both teams. Just nullifies the play. And, again, a redo.
We get a good shot of the cheerleaders here. Great shot of the Lanier cheerleaders trying to keep their fans in the game here. Bobby Mendez killing it on the cam down on the field. We got a front row seat to all the action.
He's got a front row seat, and you've got a front row seat here on RC Audio Sports, the YouTube channel. So there's a lot of explaining to do there on that. The officials look like they've done it. The coaches agree or disagree. It looks like they're okay with the outcome of it all. The personal foul, the ball's not set down yet. The personal foul may yet be assessed here. Nope, it's just a straight do-over. The ball's going to be kicked off from the McCollum Cowboy 40-yard line. So let's just pretend that play didn't happen, although it was a fantastic run back. It didn't happen, Haley. It didn't happen.
Erase it. I hear more whistles. And things are getting loud in here. We got the band, the stands. I know that from home, you can't see this home stand section, but it is absolutely packed. I went down there to go use the restroom earlier, and it was bumping as the kick on the ground, and the Lanier Vokes are just going to fall on it. So definitely different outcome than that run by Dixon, as the McCollum defense comes out and looks to hold Lanier at the very least for the rest of this quarter. 1 minute and 2 seconds left.
If this is the first game that you have watched on RC Audio Sports this year from Memorial Stadium, you might notice that across the way the home bleachers are empty. And the reason for that is that Memorial Stadium is going to undergo some major renovations. The community voted in favor of a bond earlier this year, and away we go. It's going to, the Harlem Memorial Stadium is just one of the facilities that's going to see major renovations.
The run there.
Mario Torres, the bull, off tackle, about an 8-yard gain on the play, and already some of the renovations have started. We've got parking lots over here on the east side on the visitor side.
These are new, right?
Brand new parking lots. Yeah, this the stadium was Memorial Stadium was built in 1968, and the parking lots were never included in the parking lots were never included in the original construction. So here we are a few years later.
Yeah.
And just if you haven't been out to Memorial Stadium, it's worth just a drive around here. The soccer field that used to be by the baseball field has been moved. That's now a parking lot, but we've got a beautiful soccer field and the secondary football field over our shoulder. And that's just the beginning. I believe that's just the first phase of a huge renovation that we're going to see here at Harlandale Memorial Stadium. So everybody sitting on the visitor side, everybody along with us, we're in we're under easy ups here for a while, and we're glad to be here, and we look forward to the improvements and the renovations that are going to take place here at Memorial Stadium.
So clock's going to run, 45 seconds left here. 2nd and 2 for the Vokes. Snap. The handoff, but immediately brought down. But shocker, flag on the field.
That hand looked like it was up around the face mask area, and I saw the official here on the sideline is the only one that had the perspective, and yes,
Yep.
it is a personal foul, face mask grabbing of it. So instead of 3rd and short, that ball is going to be advanced 15 yards across the 50-yard line into McCollum territory. So another big penalty. The Cowboys had the folks backed up into a 3rd down situation, but they're going to gift them a 1st down with the personal foul and the face mask.
Either in the stands or on the field, including baby powder. Do not throw any products in the stands, and especially not in the field. No product.
So 1st and 10. 20 seconds left here in the 3rd. Marquise, the snap to him. He's going to take it, jukes out a couple of Cowboys, breaks a couple of tackles, but is finally brought down by Cowboys number 35. That's going to be Raymond Villanueva.
Haley, as the 3rd quarter winds down, the Cowboys leading 14-9 here. I think we saw a glimpse of what we're going to see in the 4th quarter. I expect the Vokes to go to Marquise Dixon and see if he can get him to win land.
Absolutely.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter here at Harlandale Memorial Stadium. You are watching high school football on the RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. We'll be back after a word from Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer.
It started in 2019 with Texas Revolution Youth Football and Cheer. It was inspired by my late sister, Patricia Galaxy Mora. She had passed away. Before she had passed away, we had conversations about starting my own organization. Right now, our actual motivation is to get these kids to the next level as far as getting ready for middle school and high school football. Our plan for Texas Revolution is not only teaching them the fundamentals of football and cheer, but it's also teaching them how to be great young men and women, providing for the city south side and also raising them right. No pass, no play. Being here and being very respectful to their coaches, to their moms, their dads, their guardians.
And we're back here. Start of the 4th quarter, the snap to Dixon. He jukes it out. He's gone and barely gets tackled there right at the 30-yard line. Going to pick up a 1st down and then some. That was a good 20 or so yard run by Dixon, and it's almost like you called it, Coach. That's probably going to be the Vokes game plan headed here into the 4th quarter.
And Marquise Dixon wants that touchdown back. He ran back a kickoff that was called back because of at least 3 penalties. But it looks like he's single-minded here, and Coach Day is calling his number pretty regularly as we start the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he wants to get involved here. We've seen spurts of Dixon, but not as much as they'd like, and are going to get a false start, I think, on the offense.
Exactly right, Haley. A 5-yard penalty will bring the line of scrimmage back to the McCollum Cowboy 36-yard line, so a 1st and 15. Again, the Lanier Vokes haven't thrown the ball much tonight, but they have thrown it in clutch situations. I can recall 3 4th down situations where they went to the air to sustain a drive, and at one time get the ball in the end zone as well. 1st and 15, the ball sitting at the Cowboy 36-yard line.
Again, I think that's going to be on McCollum this time. So we might go right back to where we were. Yep. A little back and forth. Keep things exciting.
I think that's called a cha-cha-cha. 2 steps this way, 1 step back.
Yeah.
1st and 10 all over again.
Offside, so called the Cowboys.
So yeah, back to square one. Vokes not in the red zone, but close. Snap to Gallegos. He's gonna roll out and throw. He's gonna hit his man, gonna hit Huizar, who's gonna run right out at the 27.
Gallegos did a great job of extending the play and allowing his receivers to find an open gap in the McCollum's defensive backfield. A nice 5-yard play for the Vokes.
2nd and 6 for the Vokes here. They're making their way down the field. We see Dixon right next to Gallegos. He hands it off to Huizar, who's gonna pick up the 1st down.
You know, last week, Haley, the Lanier Vokes lost a tough one to the Edison Golden Bears. The Edison Golden Bears scored their touchdown with 35 seconds left, and you know the Vokes have been feeling that one all week long, and here they are in another tough contest against the McCollum Cowboys, trailing 14-9 here with 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, but a 1st and 10 as they approach the red zone.
And again, we talked about it before this game, but the importance of this game should not be understated as Dixon takes it himself, puts on the Jets, tries to juke out a couple Cowboys before he's brought down right at the, I want to say probably the 13-yard line.
Marquise Dixon, how about his patience there as he allowed the play to develop and get his let his blockers get some fits there in the McCollum Cowboys defense. We got a timeout again. It's the time clock that's getting adjusted. It's 40 seconds that an offense gets after a live ball tackle. It goes to 25 seconds after a timeout. So the Vokes were getting shorted a few seconds there. The referee on top of it, making sure that the Vokes get off 40 seconds.
Oh, and the fumble, and that is recovered by the Cowboys.
The Lanier Vokes went to a little bit of a wildcat. I think that was Marquise Dixon. They got the direct snap, and he tried to hand that off. A little miscommunication on the exchange, and the Vokes are denied the red zone penetration here. The Cowboys will recover a big fumble. 9 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. The Cowboys ahead 14-9 and in possession of the football.
And that fumble was recovered there by number 66, Jaden Orozco. So big play there from Jaden to get the Cowboys back in the driver's seat here with 9 minutes, 21 seconds left in the 4th. Rodriguez drops back. He's going long, and just a little too long pass intended for number 11, Steven Medina, who, man, if he would have got his hands on that, he would have been gone.
He got behind the defender on a post pass. Justin Rodriguez was protected well, and he just threw it beyond reach. But again, as you said, if they had connected, that was a score. And the Cowboys going for the home run here on 1st down with a little bit more than 9 minutes. They're not thinking clock yet. They want another. They want some more. They want a little more distance between themselves and Lanier.
So up the middle. Oh, now finally down. It looked like a couple of different folks.
Forward progress is going to take him to the 26-yard line, and Coach Day is disagreeing with that. He thinks that just be back a yard or two less than that, and that's just how important real estate is in the 4th quarter. Yeah, 3rd down and 3rd down and 4, so 3rd down and medium here. The Cowboys have gone to Roque in short situations, but Not sure if you'd call this one short or not. Maybe a rollout pass, maybe an RPO here for the Cowboys.
The handoff, and that's going to be a first down. Great run there by number 1, John Longoria.
And maybe right up the middle, a flag late. So I'm sure there's some extra, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing there's extracurricular activities there on the pile. So that flag was thrown, seconds after the play was dead. So we'll see what this is all about. A little chippy out there. You can tell that the boys are a little bit on edge.
I mean, I might have missed that because I didn't see anything extra. And it looks like they might be relaying some bad news here to the McCollum sideline. Coach Klon not looking happy, and the
unsportsmanlike conduct is the call.
Wow.
Against the Cowboys, and if I remember my rule book, that was after the play. Dead ball foul, so the first down counts, and the Cowboys do get a first down, a new set of downs, but they're going to lose 15 yards of real estate for maybe a little extracurricular debate.
Tough there for the Cowboys.
You would just hope that in a situation like this that you'd be able to hold your composure. It's just key that the Cowboys move the ball and not punt here with their backs to the end zone.
Rodriguez runs out, and he gets caught up and just hammered by Lanier. That's going to be number 49 for the Vokes. 49, Raul Ruiz with the massive tackle for a big loss for the Cowboys.
49 was in pursuit, and Justin Rodriguez rolling to his right, and looked like he was going to change course and go back to his left, and nothing there. As the Vokes defense was in hot pursuit. Now the Cowboys going a little bit more into clock chewing mode, taking their time out of the huddle and trying to snap the ball after the play clock gets under 10 seconds.
Bad snap, but Rodriguez recovers. He's going to run it and just get stuffed up the middle. So barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage, excuse me. I believe he was brought down there by number 40 for the Vokes. That's Jovic Pinchaka.
So 3rd and long for the McCollum Cowboys. 7 minutes and rolling on the clock. The Cowboys with a 14-9 lead here in the 4th quarter, and looked like they were on a roll. The possession, the drive sputtered after an unsportsmanlike conduct by the Cowboys, and they were pushed back to the 18-yard line. 2 tackles for loss and put them at the 10. So 3rd and long. Let's see what the Cowboys dial up. Whistles before the snap.
And I don't know if they got it. Oh, false start? I don't know if they got it off on time.
False start, 5 yards, or half the distance to the goal. 5 yards is half the distance to the goal. The line of scrimmage back to the 5. So the Cowboys in a pretty precarious situation here. They're going to try to gain some ground here. Otherwise, they'll be punting out of their own end zone and be giving the ball back to the Lanier Vokes, who have moved the ball on their last 2 possessions. They scored on one of them and then turned the ball over on the second one, but the Vokes have been moving the ball well in the 4th quarter.
So 3rd and 22 for the Cowboys. And he got rid of it, was able to hit Steven Medina, but
Justin Rodriguez just evaded a safety there, and a screen pass was the call. Medina gets the pass, tackled at the line of scrimmage, maybe got a yard there, but here we are. The Cowboys had the ball outside their own 30-yard line, but now they're going to have to punt to a very dangerous Marquise Dixon, and the Cowboys will be punting out of their own end zone.
And not Dixon on the 40-yard line is a little scary as well. Because as you can see, as we've seen tonight, we've seen him put on the Jets and go for a while. But nice high punt, bounces there. Dixon's able to pick it up. He's at the 40 and immediately gets wrapped up there by the Cowboys. So great job. Great job.
The Vokes pretty much forsake the block, and they were trying to set up the return. And then the timing of that return was probably knocked off a little bit by Marquise letting the ball bounce. But he did, he did field it, and he gained about 10 yards with the Cowboys. Just excellent punt coverage, but nonetheless, the Lanier Vokes deep in Cowboy territory. And again, this is it's not necessarily a turnover here, but first play, you would expect 4-down territory. If you got a razzle-dazzle play, I'm sure that the McCollum Cowboys are looking for it in this situation.
Yeah, and a good tackle by Roth to contain the Vokes here, but the snap, the handoff to Weezar. He's going to get about 5.
The Vokes staying conservative here, and why not? It's worked on their last 2 possessions. Again, the first of those 2 possessions, the Vokes scored a touchdown, and the second one they put the ball on the ground and left some points on the table. This time we're under 5 minutes. It's a second down and about 7 from the Cowboy 29. The Vokes have been moving the ball very well on the ground.
Definitely scary position to be in for the Cowboys. You see these flags. And I think that was a false start on Lanier. Yep, so they're gonna walk it back.
Well, I think by this point, Haley, I might just go on quick count.
I don't know. It's interesting because it's both teams have had multiple false starts. And I know it's a little loud in here, but you have to wonder kind of what's contributing to that. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for Lanier here. Ball spotted right at the 34. It's going to be a keep there. I believe that was Gallegos who took it himself. It was.
He's been a workhorse himself. He's built like a fullback, and so he can take some of that punishment, and a nice little gain for the Vokes. But again, that was after a 5-yard penalty. So where this could have been 3rd and short, it looks more like 3rd and 7. Very clearly 4-down territory here, yeah. But the Vokes having a hard time staying on schedule. So Gallegos goes out to, he's a wide out now. Marquise is going to take the snap.
The handoff to Weezar, but that's not going to do it. But that's going to bring up 4th and short. Good tackle there by number 35, Raymond Villanueva for the Cowboys. The clock continues to run. 3 minutes, just at 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. McCollum up 14-9. So this one's coming down to the wire.
The Vokes still have 2 timeouts, so this not necessarily the game here, but very close. Marquise Dixon again in the Wildcat formation. Looks like he will take the direct snap.
And that was definitely early on Lanier, so that's going to be a tough one for Lanier right there, because they had, I think the call was
a false start here against the Vokes, so instead of 4th and 3, 4th and 8, and I'm just guessing here, Haley. You go to the Wildcat formation, you got a different guy calling signals, and maybe the rhythm of it is a little bit different, and that might be contributing to it. But 4th and 8. The McCollum faithful imploring the defense to come up big on this play. This play, it could be it.
The snap. Gallegos, he's going to look, and it is no good. So great defensive coverage there by the Cowboys. That pass was intended for number 12 on the Vokes. That's Damian Graciano, who actually scored a touchdown earlier this game. But excellent coverage there by a bunch of Cowboys to deny the pass and to deny the touchdown.
This time the Cowboy defense was ready. Once again, the Vokes go to the passing game on fourth down in a crucial situation like that. The clock now at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. I'm sure that the Cowboys intent on staying in bounds, intent on running that clock. The Vokes are going to have to let one play go before they can call a timeout. They only have 2 left.
We're going to see the snap, the handoff to Roque. Or excuse me, that's not, wow. Not to Roque, but the handoff to Longoria, who just keeps moving and picks up the first down.
Homecoming king, first down for the McCollum Cowboys, and the clock will stop as the chains move, but they'll wind it quickly again. And you know, a lot of times you talk about clock management in situations like this. You know what the key to clock management is, Aileen?
What?
First downs.
Yep, there you go.
A whole lot easier to manage that clock when you're getting first downs than when you're not. So again, the Vokes with only 2 timeouts are going to have to let another play slide here. And that's it's going to cost them about 45 seconds. They won't be able to call a timeout until second down, until after second down, if they can hold the Cowboys.
The handoff there.
A fumble.
And the fumble and recovered by Lanier.
No, the officials are saying he was down. Pointing at the ground. Nope, the Cowboys will retain possession on that. Oh, a near miss. The Cowboys dodge a bullet. Whew. 2nd and 5 now, and again, another 30 to 45 seconds are going to have to come off the whip. Coach Day is going to call it now. Wisely, I think. He's only got a couple of timeouts. You can stop it on second. Timeout. The Lanier Vokes have called their second of 3 timeouts that they have this half. Not sure that Coach Day has wanted to call on that down, but he got it, and now it's even that much more important for the Vokes to make a stop here. A first down essentially wins the game for the McCollum Cowboys if they can retain possession. If they can, keep from putting the ball on the ground, a first down should essentially win the game.
Yeah, and so with that being said, we'll keep it right here. Assuming the Cowboys get the first down here, I know in our quick little post-game show, we're going to have to pick a player of the game for both offense and for defense. And I know this has been a close one, so it's going to be a nail-biter. I know on defense, Coach, we had Jaden Orozco, who recovered that fumble earlier in this quarter. And I don't want to speak too soon, but might have helped seal the deal for McCollum. On the offensive side, we had the touchdown by Roque earlier in the second quarter, and then we also had the big touchdown run by Justin Rodriguez in the third. So just some things to think about as we get back to the action here with 2nd and 5 for the Cowboys.
The game's still hanging in the balance,
yeah.
And the Lanier Vokes have they've got a couple of names that we're going to have to mention too if they turn the tables on this. But this is timeout. The referee tells us. A little more discussion here on the McCollum Cowboys side, and I'm going to say a first down wins the ball game here. The clock adjustment they're calling up to the scorekeeper, so we'll see how many seconds they're going to have to get put back on that clock. 1 minute and 19 seconds is what the board says now. And they're moving it up to 1 minute and 24, or 5-second difference in that adjustment, and we'll see if the 5 seconds make a difference here.
So this is it, down to the wire, folks. 2nd and 5 for McCollum.
Quarterback sneak.
And I don't know if he'll pick up the first down.
So the Vokes call their final timeout. A couple of, maybe a yard and a half shy of the first down marker Justin Rodriguez was on that quarterback sneak, but it's a lot of yards on a sneak.
And one more final timeout for Lanier here. Got the student section, all the fans kind of standing up. I don't know, we know we've mentioned it a couple times, but it's homecoming, so I feel like we have a pretty big and excited crowd here tonight. I've seen little party poppers in the air. I've seen baby powder thrown. There was an announcement to not do either of those things, but I've seen it. The McCollum band right here waiting on the sidelines to get it going, hopefully after their team brings home the homecoming win. And so this is going to be it here for Lanier. Their last opportunity, just used their last timeout. 3rd and 2, 1:17 left. The Cowboy crowd in it. And the keep, and they're definitely with forward progress. These Cowboys are going to get the first down and then some. And that should help seal the deal. Great run there by Julian Roque to put the nail in the coffin here for Lanier.
Big Cowboy first down. You hear the PA announcer making it clear to everybody in the McCollum faithful, certainly showing their appreciation for that. Julian Roque.
Yeah, he might be our player of the game tonight, minus the touchdown. He's just been a workhorse, breaking tackles left and right, dragging those Vokes with him on some of the runs. And the clock's gonna run out here, I believe.
I'm not sure what his yardage total was, but the yards that he got were crucial and came at very important times. So the clock winds down. We're at 15. The teams head to their sidelines, getting ready for the handshake. So we're going to call it a victory with 8 seconds left. Nothing's going to change here. McCollum 14, Lanier 9, and the Cowboys have improved to 2-2 in district play. The Lanier Vokes will fall to 1-3, and both teams head to their bye weeks.
And I know we have Bobby Mendez down on the field. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a post-game interview. I see him setting up, but while that happens, Coach, should we go ahead and select our offensive and defensive players of the game?
Yeah, I think we can do that, Haley. I was I wanted to give this one more final thought. I think that Justin Rodriguez and Julian Roque both had great nights tonight, and very deserving of recognition. We're going to make a call here for one or the other, Haley. Who do you think? I don't know if we want to go in sync tonight, or
I don't know if we're going to be in sync tonight. So I think my vote, God, it's tough. I think I'm going to vote for Julian Roque as mine.
We could have gone in sync.
We could have gone in sync. There we go. And again, I mean, amazing effort by the entire McCollum team. Justin Rodriguez had a touchdown, made some really, really great passes tonight. But we're going to go with Roque as our Martinez and Associates offensive player of the game. And then for our Rufio defensive player of the game, I don't know, Coach, how do you feel? Should we go in sync for this one?
Absolutely. Let's go on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jaden Orozco. Orozco had that massive fumble recovery here in the fourth quarter, which pretty much put the nail in the coffin for McCollum. And so that's going to be our Rufio defensive player of the game, Jaden Orozco. As you guys all know, we also do a play of the game. That doesn't get announced until after we review.
And we'll take your suggestions. We're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You want to message us there and tell us what you think was the play of the game. There were several of them here tonight. Tell us what you think was the play of the game, and we'll take it into consideration. But offensive player of the game, Julian Roque. Defensive player of the game, Jaden Orozco. Congratulations to the two of them. Thank you for joining us here.
And I think we're going to try to get down on the field. We'll take, and you see this great angle right here of the McCollum fight song. The team thanking the crowd for their support tonight. And we have Bobby Mendez headed out to speak with Coach Klon here. And let's see if we can get an angle of Bobby out with Coach Klon. If we can get a hold of Isaiah Castro, our cameraman. Hang on with Isaiah. We're going to try to get an angle to zoom in.
I think Isaiah went down on the field to try to get
Isaiah might be headed down to the field. So give us a moment. We're trying to get set up. We want to give you the most up-to-date action and bring you to the game with us. So you hear the McCollum band jamming out here. Everyone, just a really fun crowd tonight. Everyone's really excited. And we are going to, I think we're going to wrap it up. We had great on-field coverage today from Bobby Mendez. So shout out to Bobby for getting down there on the field. But I think that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight.
Great job, Haley. Great job on the play call.
Thank you. McCollum is going to seal the deal and get a big homecoming win, 14-9 over the Lanier Vokes. They're going to move to 2-2 in district play, while Lanier's going to fall to 1-3. And that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. So we had Bella running our technical directing. We had Isaiah Castro on multiple cameras. Great job, Isaiah. Bobby Mendez down doing some color and camera work from the field. We had Robert Villafranca up here in the booth doing color commentary. I'm Haley Wilson. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, check us out on all social media channels. Thank you for supporting RC Audio Sports. Have a great night.